Hey everybody, Ed from Paranormal Week, Ohio here, coming again with another ghost story. This time the ghost story is about the Annabelle doll, the real Annabelle doll. This all began in the early 70s, where a nursing student, Donna, was getting ready to graduate, and her mother bought her an old Raggedy Ann doll from a thrift store. And the girl fell in love with it. She loved the doll. They dressed together, they took pictures together. So Donna decided to take it home with her and her roommates and put it in her bed for a decoration. Well, as the days went on, the doll would move slightly. The arm would move, the leg would move, it would roll over, that type of stuff. And as the days grew on and on, the apartment started to feel strange, dark, eerie. They started noticing the doll was now moving from the bed into different rooms, moving around the apartment as if it could walk. They had no idea what was going on. They were kind of scared. So, as time went on, they started noticing notes in paper that they didn't own or they would buy. The notes would typically say, "Help us," or "Did you miss me?" It was written in what appeared to be a child's handwriting. So the girls would now see the doll with the notes, here, there. So they finally reached out to a medium. The medium came to the house and tried to talk to the doll, asking if there was something in the doll. The medium said the doll responded that the spirit of Annabelle Higgins was inside the doll. Annabelle Higgins said that she lived in that area years and years and years and years ago and was tragically killed. She said she liked being in the doll, she liked the girls, and she wanted to stay there as long as it was okay with them. So the girls agreed to let the doll be inhabited by Annabelle. They didn't want Annabelle to be sad. They thought it was just the spirit of a little girl. Little did they know that this was a bad mistake. Little time after that, Lou moved in, their good friend. And Lou did not like the doll. The doll would move all the time. Lou would see it here, Lou would see it there. Lou was petrified of the doll. And again, the girls would tell Lou, "Hey, it's just Annabelle. You know, just let it go. She's inhabiting the doll. She's here with us. She's our friend." Lou still had his doubts about the doll. Till one night, Lou woke up. Lou would always have bad dreams at night. Couldn't understand why. But this night when he woke up from the dream, he couldn't move. He was paralyzed. He looked around, trying to see in the dark. And as he looked down to the edge of the bed at his feet, the doll was there. The doll would slowly glide up his legs, sit on his chest, and attempt to choke him. And as Lou was about to be asphyxiated, the doll let go. The doll fell. So the next day, of course, Lou was upset and scared and told the girls what had happened. And the girls like, "Oh, that's just a little, maybe you were just dreaming." And, so Lou took it as, okay, maybe it was just a bad dream. So Lou was getting ready to go on a trip 2 days following. He's getting ready to go on his overnight trip, and he feels like there's something behind him. And as he turns around, he sees nothing. So he goes back out, he sits down with Angela, the other roommate, and they were getting ready to leave, and they heard noises in Donna's room. So they were afraid somebody had broke in, and they were trying to rob the place. So Lou goes to investigate to see what's going on. He waits till all the noises are gone in the room, opens the door, goes inside and sees Annabelle in the corner of the room. So he's walking slowly towards Annabelle to pick Annabelle up and put her back on the bed. Sees there's no forced entry, no broken window. Can't explain what happened. So as he gets closer to Annabelle, he feels an odd feeling. He turns around, there's nothing there again. But this time he grabs his chest in pain and doubles over, and blood starts to appear through his shirt. He takes his shirt off and he realizes he's been clawed. There's 7 claw marks. 4 horizontal, 3 vertical on his chest. And as quickly as they were there, they began to heal rapidly. Almost all of them were gone within minutes. The rest of them were gone within the next day. So when this happened, they decided to get a hold of a preacher. They got a hold of an Episcopalian preacher who then immediately thought this is too much for him. He went higher up to Father Cook. Father Cook decided we need some professionals. So he contacted Ed and Lorraine Warren. Ed and Lorraine Warren had come to the house to speak with the girls and the doll. And as they had their discussion, the girls would tell him, it's just a spirit of this little girl named Annabelle Higgins who had died here years ago, and she feels comfortable and wants to be here, so we gave her permission to stay in the doll. Quickly, Ed knew what it was. He proceeded to tell them this is an inhuman spirit, something demonic, something that has never walked the earth, and it had tricked you into believing that it was a little girl, so you would give it permission to infest. There's 3 stages of demonic possession: infestation, oppression, and then possession. It was in the stage of infestation. If the things would have been happening for another 2 or 3 weeks, Ed said, someone would have been possessed and or killed. So the girls decided it was best to have something done. So the Warrens had Father Cook come in and bless the house. Bless the apartment, I should say. Blessed every room, and then attempted to bless the doll. And Ed and Lorraine suggested that they take the Raggedy Ann doll with them. And of course the girls and Lou said, yes, take it. You can go ahead and take it. So as Ed and Lorraine are heading home, they decide to put Annabelle in their occult museum. So they realize they need to put her in a box. So they put her in a box with a piece of glass in the front, sit her on a chair, they put the Devil Tarot card next to it, and then they put a sign, warning, do not touch or open box at any time. So people would come and look, and Ed would warn them, don't mess with Annabelle, don't mess with the box, don't look her in the eye, don't say anything bad towards her. So this boy and his girlfriend come, they rode in on a motorcycle, they decide they see everything, they wanted to see the museum. They go down, and the boy immediately looks at the doll and goes, wow. So Ed began to warn him, don't do this, don't touch the glass, don't intimidate her, don't look in her eyes, don't this or that. So the boy thought, haha, I'm young, this isn't true. So he decided to tell Annabelle that Annabelle wasn't going to do anything, that there was nothing there, and that she couldn't do anything to him. And laughed and tapped the glass, kept repeatedly tapping the glass. Well, Ed eventually asked them to leave, and as they left, they got some miles down the road, and he wrecked his bike, and they died. Now, you could take that as a grain of salt, like I said before. That either happened, or it didn't happen. Was it real, or is it fake? Was it mechanical issues with the bike, or was there something else at play here that caused them to die? Maybe he shouldn't have said the things he said to the doll, or the spirit, or the demon in the doll. So for now, Annabelle is still at the Lorraine Warren Museum, even though Ed and Lorraine has passed away. God rest their souls. Annabelle is still there, waiting for the next person to come in to try to do something wrong to her. And I hope you guys enjoyed this ghost story. Can't wait to see you on the next one, and I hope you all are having a great day.